Hi, my name is Stefanie Keohane, and I lead the Clean and Affordable Energy Unit here at the Connecticut Public Utilities Regulatory Authority. This video provides a quick explainer on the residential managed charging component of the Connecticut Electric Vehicle or EV charging program. But first, as background, PURA established the Connecticut EV charging program as a statewide program that provides incentives for the installation of electric vehicle supply equipment or EVSE and accompanying rate design offerings for program participants. This 9-year program launched on January 1st, 2022, and is administered by the regulated electric distribution companies Eversource Energy and the United Illuminating Company, or UI. The Connecticut EV charging program offers incentives to support EV charging across 5 market segments. This video focuses on a key aspect of the residential single-family program. All customers who receive an incentive through the residential single-family program are enrolled in their electric utilities managed charging program for a minimum of 2 years. For the 2022 program year, the utilities are implementing a demand response program that aims to encourage participants to shift their EV charging to off-peak times, especially in the summer months from June through September. The demand response program means that the utilities will call a series of demand response events during periods of high energy demand on the grid between June through September, which are known as peak periods. The demand response events will be scheduled by the utility between 3 and 9 p.m. and will typically last from 2 to 3 hours. The utilities will call a maximum of 15 events per month and will issue a notification by email or mobile app to participating customers 24 hours or more in advance about an upcoming demand response event. For all customers who do not actively opt out, the power delivered to EVs charging during these events will be reduced or suspended. Customers will receive another notification once the demand response event has ended, and it's a good practice for customers to then check to ensure their vehicle's normal rate of charging has resumed. Customers are able to opt out of a demand response event at any time, meaning that if they opt out, their rate of charging will be unaffected during the called event. This enables participants to retain control over their vehicle's charging speed when needed. However, there are annual incentives available to customers who regularly participate in these demand response events. Participants who opt out of 2 or fewer demand response events in a given month will receive $50 for that month for a maximum total incentive of $200 annually, which means the following year the customer is able to earn up to another $200. Incentives will be distributed by the utilities around October via an electronic gift card. Participation is automatic. In other words, as long as the EV is charging during a called event and the customer does not actively opt out, or the EV is not otherwise plugged in during the event, the participation is counted towards the monthly total. For the average EV owner, most charging happens in the overnight hours. Because demand response events typically occur during times of high energy demand in late afternoons and early evenings, customers using a level 2 charger will generally have adequate charge in the morning when participating in demand response events. Notably, in certain circumstances, utilities may issue emergency demand response events without much advance notice in order to maintain the safety and reliability of the grid. Critical system events that impact the grid and are considered emergencies by the utilities may require an override of the customer's EV charging session. Such conditions are rare, and the utilities will provide advance notification whenever possible. Participants are still able to opt out of any emergency demand response event, though the rules on opting out of no more than 2 events per month in order to receive the incentive for that month still apply. There are 3 ways to enroll in the residential managed charging program, which depend on each customer's situation. For residential customers who install one of the qualified level 2 chargers after this program launch and receive a rebate are automatically enrolled in the residential managed charging program. For customers whose electric vehicle is equipped with onboard telematics that the utility has confirmed is compatible with their managed charging program, receive a one-time $100 incentive for enrolling in the program. For customers who have an existing level 2 charger at home, but it requires networked connectivity to be able to participate in managed charging are also able to receive a one-time $100 incentive for enrolling and will work with their utility in order to do so. To learn more about the program offerings and how to participate, visit the Eversource and UI Connecticut EV Charging Program websites or contact the utility program administrators at the email addresses listed. You can also check out PURA's EV Charging Program webpage for key links and additional information.